How does a CSA chapter get written with AI? Here is the pipeline our team built, and how an expert and the ASU team share the work, start to finish. Here is what the pipeline produces. From one curated corpus, the sprayed concrete chapter is generated in three forms: a book for teaching, a guideline for practice, and the CSA standard for the committee. The same content written for three audiences. You set the length. From the same corpus, we generate 20, 35, or 60 pages, one length for each audience. And if a critical document arrives late, we rerun the corpus, rearrange the table of contents, and redraft the chapter. Why a pipeline at all? The committee has many chapters to write, each built from dozens of standards and papers. By hand, that is slow and inconsistent from one expert to the next. Raw AI is fast, but it invents things. The pipeline solves both. It grounds the AI in your own documents and keeps every chapter consistent. So here is the idea. ASU does not write your chapter for you. We deliver the method, a repeatable pipeline that turns your own documents into a chapter of the CSA standard, ready for the committee. Three roles run it. The expert is the gatekeeper. You choose the documents, set the scope, and review the result. ASU runs the AI machinery behind the scenes. The committee assigns the chapter and accepts it. One rule matters most: the prompts are filled by AI, never by hand. Here is the whole method on one page. 3 roles, the AI-filled templates, the step-by-step flow with 2 expert gates, the 4 prompts, and 3 output styles. Now let us walk through it. It starts with your documents. You provide the corpus in Dropbox, the primary and secondary sources, with the 2 anchor standards among them. Intake takes 2 passes. In pass 1, you provide judgment only, your documents sorted into primary and secondary, the scope, and your expert calls. In pass 2, AI derives the table of contents, the 13-cell mapping, and the query list, and you approve them. The work runs on 4 prompts. Prompt 0 generates the set from a blank template. Prompt 1 digests your sources. Prompt 2 drafts the chapter. Prompt 3 reconciles it against the other chapters. The template is filled by AI, you never touch the code. Here is prompt 1, the digestion prompt. You open the file, paste it into NotebookLM, and run it yourself. This query pulls materials and constituents from both anchor standards side by side with a citation for every value. You save each answer into one Microsoft Word file, the digest. The expert then reviews and comments right there in Word. That reviewed digest is the input to drafting. Here is the full flow, step by step. The committee assigns the chapter, you hand over your sources, ASU locks the corpus, derives the table of contents, and you approve it. AI fills the prompt set and you run the digestion yourself in NotebookLM. At the first gate, you review the digest and send it back with your feedback. ASU drafts the chapter, runs the checks, and you review again at the second gate. After reconciliation and a final compile, you sign off and the chapter goes to the committee. You own the 2 gates, ASU runs everything in between. Here is a real example, sprayed concrete, with expert Wolfgang Aldrian. 2 anchor standards, Austria and Norway, became a 13-cell skeleton and a digest. Wolfgang reviewed it and said, "We can go ahead." His key insight: most of the so-called contradictions were not conflicts at all. They reflect different ground conditions, soft ground in Austria, hard rock in Norway. He set the expert calls only a human could make, and the draft followed. This is what the digest actually looks like. Every value is grounded in the source and cited to its section and page, the exposure classes, the strength classes, all traceable back to the anchor. Look closer at his review. No conflict, he wrote. Norway is wet rock. Austria also covers dry and soft ground. The silica fume rule is regional. He set the energy absorption test age himself and routed the fiber question to Benoit. These are the calls only a human expert can make. Those comments do not get lost. Prompt 2 folds each one in as a tagged expert bias entry, so the expert review steers the draft cell by cell. The drafting prompt carries his judgment into the chapter. From one review digest, the same method can shape 3 styles: a book, a guideline, or the standard. For CSA, the standard is the deliverable. Once 2 or more chapters exist, Prompt 3 reconciles them. It audits anchor coverage and flags overlaps, contradictions, gaps, and style across chapters, so the team knows what to fix before the next meeting. That is the pipeline. The expert brings the knowledge and the judgment. ASU brings the AI machinery. Together, a chapter can be revised 5 to 10 times in a single day. Want to try it on your chapter? Contact Barzan, Fenn, and Devansh to set up a working session.